Child, you can't hear what Warren's saying. So they start wheeling him off down the hallway, and I was looking at it like, oh my gosh, y'all. Every time I watch a show or a movie and somebody getting wheeled off down the hallway, I automatically think about Big Mama. Oh, Big Mama. Y'all, when Big Mama rolled off down that hallway on Soul Food, everybody knows she came back and things were never the same. And when Warryn rolled off down that hallway, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to take it. Somebody go get him out. Hello everybody, it's your girl JoJo coming to you with another review for Mary, Season 5, Episode 7. So, let's get to the review. Okay, first of all, let me apologize for having the scarf on my head, y'all. I don't know what I was thinking about. I done took my whole sew-in out my head without a game plan. And the only way that I was going to get this review to you was either do it tonight or wait till I got my head together and do it tomorrow. And I really just wanted to get it done and edited tonight. I didn't want to wait until Monday or Tuesday because I'm already on a bad schedule with these videos. I ain't trying to be even later. So I put the scarf on and decided to do it tonight. Actually, originally I had on a wig because y'all know I love Erica's long wig. So I was going to try to channel my inner Erica, y'all, but long hair does not look good on me. I don't even know why I bought that wig in the first place, but yeah, girl, I took that off and I decided to channel my inner Goo-Goo instead. Y'all know Goo-Goo always has on her fabulous scarves and hats, so I'm trying to channel a little bit of Goo-Goo today. I don't really know if I'm pulling it off, but I put some lipstick on to try to make it better. Was it better, y'all? Probably not. I'll try not to ever do this again. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to break this review down today, whether I want to go scene by scene or whether I want to go person by person. This review was very involved. There were a lot of people in this episode, so I think what I'm going to do is kind of go scene by scene, but in like a cohesive type of way. So not in the exact order of the show, but still in a way where it's going to be a good quality review. There's a lot going on. I'm going to try to keep it under a certain time frame. Y'all know I can talk, but I'm going to try to do the best I can to cut these videos. I made up a word. To cut this review down to a reasonable amount of time. Can't promise you, but I'm going to try. Okay, so the episode leaves off where it left off last week with Warryn on the floor in the kitchen. Erica is really worried, and as I began to listen to Warryn, like, it sounded like he was slurring a little bit. I don't know if it's because he was in pain, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I was hoping he didn't have a stroke. I was worried, and he didn't have a stroke, y'all. Just to let you know before you start to get worried in this review, he didn't have a stroke. But I was getting really worried that something may have happened to him because of the way he was slurring his speech. They get in the ambulance, and he's trying to talk to Erica, and he ends up passing out, so she's even more worried. When they get to the hospital, Warryn is trying to talk to her before they could have back up and let them do their jobs, and Erica's just like, hold on, my husband, he's trying to talk to me. We don't have any idea what Warryn said. Unless y'all got real good ears, I have no clue what Warryn said to Erica. He's trying to get something off of his chest, but child, you can't hear what Warren's saying. So they start wheeling him off down the hallway, and I was looking at it like, oh my gosh, y'all. Every time I watch a show or a movie and somebody getting wheeled off down the hallway, I automatically think about Big Mama. Oh, Big Mama. Y'all, when Big Mama rolled off down that hallway on Soul Food, everybody knows she came back and things were never the same. And when Warryn rolled off down that hallway, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to take it. Somebody go get him out. Why didn't that boy win an Oscar? Everybody know. That boy, I don't know what his name was, but Ahmad deserved that Oscar. When he looked into that camera and said, y'all broke up the family. I was just trying to get us together again. Y'all know that's what Big Mama wants. Y'all, I love me some soul food. I might watch that movie tonight. Okay, so later in the episode, Goo-Goo and Honey show up to offer their support and to come see what's going on with Warryn. Erica's telling them everything about Warryn and how she just could never, ever have anything happen to him. He truly is the rock of the family. Goo-Goo has like this very calming and peaceful face when she talks, when people are talking to her. Goo-Goo is the type of person that you will want to tell some dramatic information to, because she's going to automatically get you to calm down just by looking at her. She's kind of just looking at Erica like, it's going to be okay. She don't even have to say it. Honey, on the other hand, y'all, honey, when you become a mama, when you've been a mama for this many years, you automatically got dramatic expression in your face. As a matter of fact, when honey come into the room, she looked like somebody done told her something already. She always just be looking like, she got a range of faces. On this particular episode, she pulled out her concerned face, and then she straightened it up into her prophetic word face. She said, he is going to be all right. He going to make it through. He going to be all right. He is going to be all right. I said, you better speak it, mama honey. Okay, so later on we get into Teddy and Tina. Now, they are still on tour. They're about to do their last show, but they are going to a hotel. They've been cramped up in that bus with their crew for weeks now, I'm guessing, and now they get to stay in an actual hotel, so they are both happy about that. Teddy lets us know at that point in time that this probably is the only tour he has ever been on and hasn't made any money, and I was just like, you sure about that, Teddy? So Tina tells him, look, husband, we did the best we could. I did the best I could, okay? And Teddy's just like, well, I know. And at the end of the day, they both agreed that ministry is more important. However, Teddy don't like losing no money. And I'm just like, I'm with you on that one, bro. I don't like losing no money either. My guess is that they probably broke even on their tour. They probably aren't broke, but they probably either broke even or just didn't make nearly as much money as they thought they would. And it happens. It's your first time doing this sort of thing. So, it's always a risk that you're taking, especially when you're independent. So while they're talking about all of this, Erica calls and lets Teddy and Tina know that Warren's in the hospital. He was rushed off to emergency surgery. I just wanted to call and let you guys know. Tina is worried, of course. She asked Erica if she needed to come home, and I thought that was nice. But Erica tells her, no, you got work to do. You have work to do there. What you're doing is important. Stay there and do what you're doing. So they get off of the phone, and Tina is telling Teddy, I had no idea that, Warren was going through anything that would cause him to be so stressed that now he needs some type of surgery. And actually, no, I'm sorry, you guys. That's not how it happened. As they're sitting there talking and Tina tells Teddy what's going on, Teddy says, well, he has been under a lot of stress. He has had a lot going on. And Tina is just like, really? Like, what all is going on? And he was just like, well, with the album, the Mary thing. And she was like, okay, but is it that serious to the point where he getting sick and falling out? And I thought, now this is just me thinking, I thought that Teddy was going to take that opportunity to let Tina know that it's bigger than just the Mary album. Warren owes Sony a lot of money about this Mary album. I thought that Teddy was going to use that as an opportunity to let Tina know how important this Mary album was, but he didn't. And I think it was for two reasons. One, because Teddy wants to be a star. That will always be my number one reason. But number two is because, Warren came to him in confidence about this money. Warren came to him in confidence about how real the situation was. And, that's your bruh, the bro code and what have you. Although, shoot, half the men I know, they don't care if it is a bro code. They be telling their wife all kind of stuff, or their girlfriend or whatever. But yeah, you don't want to break up the code. So maybe that's why he didn't do it, y'all. But I think he didn't do it because if Tina gets worried and Tina gets stressed and Tina starts feeling guilty, she's going to want to stop doing what they're doing and go back and make this album. And if she goes back and makes the album, guess who does not get to be a star? Teddy. Ease all of that guilt and pain that they may both feel. They both end up praying together for Warren, and I thought that was a really good thing. There's just something about the power of prayer, you guys. I know, even if you're not a religious person and you meditate, that's very similar to prayer. I tell people all the time that prayer is your direct line, your direct communication to God. That is how you talk to God. That is how you form your relationship. I don't care if you can sing, do Bible study, praise dance. Praise and worship is great, but how you talk to God is through your prayer, okay? And that's how you really, really begin to solidify that relationship with him. So, yeah, we got to pray without ceasing, for real. It is a very real thing. I'm telling y'all, when I got my prayer life together, I ain't going to say that life became, all flowers and roses, but my understanding of things and my relationship, y'all, the rest that I found, honey, child, y'all, I'm going to have to talk about that later, but yeah, it's real. It's a very real thing, and you would be surprised how easy it is to do. Maybe not starting out, but once you get into it, honey, it's like talking to a friend. Sandra and Joy, Warren's mom and Warren's sister, end up showing up, and they're there at the hospital. They're talking to Erica, and that's when Erica really starts getting into everything that Warren has been to her as a husband, and how he's been a friend, and how he is just the head of that family, and how worried she is, and rightfully so, y'all. I mean, I cannot imagine how I would be if my husband, my significant other, was in pain and really going through something, and I had really at that time not a firm idea of what was going on. Now, we do find out what is going on. Basically, Warren has had his gallbladder rupture, and I've heard of that happening before, and it is a very big deal. They sent in, I swear y'all, the youngest nurse that they could find. I don't know if he was a nurse or a doctor, but he came in. I was like, who is this Doogie Howser looking? He come in there. I bet you they was just like, we gonna send you out there to tell the good black people with the cameras that we that we are gonna have to do this surgery, and his gallbladder done ruptured and he done went into septic shock. But we ain't gonna tell him. We gonna send you to tell him, Mr. Young and Unassuming. So he goes in there and tells him, but and they react pretty well to the news. Basically, his gallbladder has ruptured, and he has had some type of reaction to the anesthesia. So when his gallbladder ruptured, he went into what they call septic shock. Now, I have heard of that term, and from what I understand, it can be very serious, okay? Your waste pretty much is entering into your bloodstream. That sounds like something that really could probably kill you, and I have heard that going into septic shock is a big deal, especially if you catch it too late, and definitely a big deal. Gallbladder, I know plenty of people who have had to get theirs removed and had appendicitis and all kind of other stuff. So very, very real thing, if not caught early, and very, very painful from what I understand. Okay, so meanwhile, y'all, Mitch is not having a good day. Mitch don't appreciate Warren not returning his phone calls. Mitch don't appreciate the fact that Corn is about to bounce and leave him. And at first, I couldn't understand why Mitch was even really studying Corn like that, because although she's very talented and she can sing, Mitch is also very gifted as a manager, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people who want to work with him. However, once he begins to talk to his assistant, who I don't like, okay, she ain't did nothing, but it's something about her I don't like, and I consider myself to be a good judge of character, and when I look at that assistant, I'm just like, I just don't care for her. He's talking to her about it, and basically, Mitch has just tried to start his own, I guess, entertainment group or management group, and when you have an artist who just signed with you, who is willing to walk away from you, it doesn't make the group, what you're trying to create, look good, because why are your new artists already leaving? So I get what Mitch is saying there. He doesn't want to lose a brand new artist, especially not a talented one. So Mitch has come up with a plan to work his way back into, I guess, the Campbell family, and he says, I need to go and talk to somebody and make amends with somebody who can help me get this whole situation together. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, I was not expecting the person to be Goo-Goo. I was thinking Tina, and then I was thinking, well, is he talking about the mama? Is he gonna apologize to Erica again? Like, what is he planning on doing? So y'all, when he showed up to Goo-Goo's, and I realized that was her style suite or room or whatever, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a freaking disaster, because Mitch don't like Goo-Goo and Goo-Goo don't like Mitch, and they showed some flashbacks of him and Goo-Goo, y'all. When I tell you, I was in my living room cracking up. I forgot how much these two did not like each other. So when Mitch walks in, Goo-Goo has on like a hat, and she's just kind of looking at Mitch with that same face. I told y'all, Goo-Goo don't change her facial expression. She says, you better get up out of here before I have to call security. And then Mitch just kind of stand there and look at her, and she goes. So Mitch tells her, maybe I'm here to help you. And Goo-Goo says, what do this man coming in here with his wrinkled shirt on think he about to do to help me? Go get your steamer, boo. Go get your steamer. Okay. So Mitch is talking to her, and he's just basically telling her, I know we don't have the best history. However, I don't think you're living up to your calling, Goo-Goo. I think you have much more going on than this. So Goo-Goo is automatically interested. Let me tell y'all, the best way to get what you want out of people is to compliment them and then tell them what you can do for them. That get people every time. So once she hears Mitch say that, she says, explain. So he tells her, instead of doing this whole styling thing, you could be doing something much bigger, okay? You could be on a bigger platform. You could be on that red carpet. You could be talking about other people's fashions. You could be doing this and you could be doing that. And Goo-Goo is just like, okay. All right, Mitch, I like what you're talking about. Okay, tell me more. So Mitch is going on and on. They basically agreed that they could probably meet together to discuss what avenue. Right when they're about to finish off their conversation, he tells Goo-Goo, Goo-Goo, I said a lot of things about you. I've never said that you didn't know fashion. I just don't think that you are a good stylist. Y'all, I can't even get it out. He told her, I just don't think you're a good stylist. You don't really know the mechanics of styling. But you do know fashion. And Goo-Goo couldn't do nothing but laugh. I'm telling you, both of them was, I would have thought it was a tryout for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because they was both throwing darts at each other. I'm just telling y'all a little bit of the stuff they were saying. But once I thought about it, you guys, I think I might agree with Mitch a little bit. As much as I love Goo-Goo, if you really pay attention to, first of all, her clientele. Okay, if you go on her Instagram, she does showcase a lot of people that she styled, but they're not really like the big names. A lot of them are gospel artists, or like your more local type of scene celebrity. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but as long as Goo-Goo has been doing this for Erica and Tina, you know, she should have that opportunity to branch out and to work with some bigger names. On top of that, if you look at Tina and Erica's clothes now, I'm not saying that Goo-Goo get it wrong every time, but there are a lot of things that Goo-Goo picks out for them that are my favorite fashion choices. But maybe it depends on what you like. But we all know that glitter and sequin, it just be entirely too much glitter going on for me in that styling relationship. So when Mitch said, I don't think you know the mechanics of styling, I borderline agree with him. However, I do think that Goo-Goo knows fashion. I think she knows what lays well, what looks good, what cuts look good on what people. I think she knows a lot about fabrics. I think she knows a lot about prints and, all of those type of things. I don't know if Goo-Goo necessarily knows everything about how to put stuff together, in my opinion. Now, some people love what she does. Some people don't like everything that she does. I just happen to be one of those people that doesn't like everything that she does. But I do think that she has a good fashion sense about her. I don't know if that made sense or not, but that's how I feel. So Mitch is going to go. We go back to the hospital, and Warryn is out of surgery. Everything is going well. They bring a different doctor in there. Now that they done had the test run with the other doctor, and they know that Erica and them ain't there to cut up the food, they send the real doctor in there who actually did the surgery. And he also is auditioning. Shonda, do we have a role for Mr. Surgery Doctor? Okay, he might want to be on that next season of Grey's Anatomy, y'all. He was like, the gallbladder did rupture during the surgery, but we were able to stop the infection in time, and he's doing fine. You all are going to be able to see him. Even Joy was just kind of like, why are you being so dramatic? But because he auditioning too, honey, anytime you see a camera, he was just like, shoot, I'm in LA, it's a camera here, I need this doctor money. F what you heard, this doctor money ain't what you thought it was going to be. I'm trying to get on this next season of Grey's Anatomy. Trying to see what they got down here for me at the WeTV. Can I give Erica, Sandra, Joy, they go and visit with Warryn. Warryn is talking, but he all, he pain talking. You know how you be with the pain medicine, honey, that is, that pain medicine be having you going, don't it? He's just like, hey, how you doing? Oh, yeah, And after they leave, he does tell Erica, look, there's something I want to get off my chest. It's going to make me feel better. And he goes into talking about Sony, and Erica's just like, shut up. I don't ever want to hear you say that again. That was like R. Kelly, y'all. Y'all remember when he said, shut up. Oh, I will never leave. She just told him, you know what? Cut all that out, okay? I don't want to talk about that right now. I just want you to focus on getting better. Then she told him, you know, in the confessional, she said in the confessional, she hope he get his strength up because he might need it after this is all said and done. Warryn, you won't have to tell what's going on in these streets. And he does tell her. Before the end of the episode, he does let her know. So Mitch and Goo-Goo have their meeting, and what an interesting meeting it is, y'all. Goo-Goo shows up, and she is talking to Mitch about basically, what do you feel like you can do for me? I don't like you, but you do know your business. So what can you do for me? Mitch tells her, you could be a correspondent. You could be making that Juliana Rancic money. And she was just like, yeah, but do they really make money doing that? Mitch was just like, honey, do they make money? And see, that right there told me that Goo-Goo is not really where she could be in the fashion world, because she doesn't even realize the potential dollars that she could be making, okay? She doesn't even realize how much money she could be making from doing that. And Mitch is just like, not only can you make money, but I book people all the time who make good money doing that, and it could be you, okay? While you're playing, it could be you. So of course, Goo-Goo is interested. Y'all know Goo-Goo about a check, okay? She about that dollar now. That's why she bounced back and forth between these sisters like she do. And she tells Mitch, okay, I'm interested. I'm interested in what you could do. She called Mitch a weasel. She said a weasel know how to get in and get the job done. And that's what Mitch is, a weasel. So Mitch tells her, you know, again, I don't really think you're that great as a stylist. I was like, why does he keep telling her that? It's so offensive, but it's still so funny. And they agree that they're going to probably try to work on something together, but he does want to see what she's able to do on stage. So he is going to come to the show and watch her host. So really not too much there in that meeting. Basically, he's just going to come to Tina's show and see how Goo-Goo does with the hosting. All right, now let's talk about Tina and her guilt. Okay, she feels guilty that she's not there and around with Warryn because she may be part of the problem, that, you know, Warryn is stressed out about Mary and all of this. Well, Erica calls and tells Tina and Teddy that Warryn is fine and he's out of surgery and everything's going to be okay. And she does a good old wall slide, okay? Like her and Erica are so good at doing, honey. They will slump right down to the floor. And she tells Teddy, you know, she doesn't want to feel guilty about doing her ministry and not being there and being supportive for her family. Teddy again is just like, no, don't lose focus now. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is our ministry. This is the work we're supposed to do. We're going to go out here. We're going to kill this last show, me and my wife. So once again, Teddy saves his star quality because he is not trying to lose that tour. I'm telling y'all. So Erica is with the kids and she is FaceTiming Warryn. And that little boy, honey, he was having him a good time. He was all over the bed. I bet she was probably like, what's that in your nose, Daddy? Can I have one? He was all over the place, y'all. And the older daughter, I thought it was cute how she was just extra concerned about her dad, wanted to know what was wrong with him, what happened, when are you coming back? And they flash back to Erica and Warryn and the time that they've had with their family. It is just, I have never realized how beautiful of a relationship these two have, because a lot of times WeTV shows the business part of their relationship, but you know, the two of them are a very strong couple. I love the love that they have for their children. I love the fact that their children are well balanced, even though both of them have these booming careers, and it is just a beautiful thing to see. So I enjoyed that flashback. When Warryn does come home, he almost tries to do too much, like picking up the kids, and Erica's just like, okay, we're not doing none of that. You ain't finna, buzz no stitches, be back in the hospital. Absolutely not. So Erica says she's going to take care of him, and they're going to have to help Daddy watch what he eats and watch his diet and take good care of himself. And then the little daughter going to be like, no late night cereal. I want to be like, shut your mouth. We'll need your hush. So, yeah, but it's important, though. He does have to watch his diet. And we all do, y'all. While we're younger, go ahead and try to get it together now, because my grandma, who is at one point was at risk for diabetes, was just like, go ahead and get it right while you're young, because when you old and set in your ways and used to eating whatever you want, honey, it is hard to stop. So, yeah, y'all, we all got to get it together so we can be here for the babies and all of that. To Tina's show so he can see what Goo-Goo is doing, y'all. He gets there, he sits down in the front at that. I was just like, he really is going for it. And when Goo-Goo comes out, it almost looked like she had on the same dress that she had on when she was meeting with Mitch. Did it look like the same dress to y'all? It looked like the same dress to me. She comes out on stage and she is giving you, the Holy Spirit mistress of ceremony. That same speech I told y'all, she was doing a lot of the same stuff that everybody else do when they do a welcome. We're going to let our hair down. I want y'all to give God some praise. That's why I told you, Tina girl, you could have hollered at me when Goo-Goo couldn't have done that show. I could have done that just fine. And I would have threw in a shout for you. So Mitch is watching and he's just like, first of all, what is she wearing? Secondly, this is good. What she's doing is good. I like her attitude. I like her positivity. This is something that we probably could work with. I definitely see big things happening for Goo-Goo in her future. However, I got to slide out. He puts up the church. He didn't put up the church finger, y'all, but Mitch was just like, okay, enough of that. I got to go. Tina's coming down the steps from the balcony. It looked like they was in a church from a balcony, and she giving her Maya Angelou speech about how her husband cheated on her, and then Teddy slide out, and y'all know how the show go. So as Mitch is leaving, Goo-Goo sees him, and Goo-Goo comes out. She's like, Mitch, where you going? Okay, and so Mitch is just like, oh, Goo-Goo, I didn't think I would see you before I left. I said, Mitch, can we be any more friends in his confessionals that he already has some Campbells that don't really like him, and he definitely don't want to feel the wrath of Tina Campbell there on tonight, especially when she was not expecting him, which is very realistic, okay? I don't know if Tina and Mitch ended up making their amends good enough last season, but I'm sure she doesn't want to see Mitchell at her show, especially not front row. So, yeah, I wasn't surprised that I would have creeped out too, but I would have sat in the back, Mitch. Why are you going to sit in the front and then try to creep him out? You don't know nothing about black church, do you? So, Goo-Goo tells him, it looked like he was trying to leave out. Okay, you didn't think you were going to get caught. And Mitch says, no, I have an early flight and all this, that, and the other, which sounded like a lie. I mean, I'm sure he had a flight that left, but not that early. I don't know why he just didn't tell Goo-Goo the truth. Your sister don't know I'm going to be here. I don't want to feel your sister wrath. And trust me, Goo-Goo would have understood that because they done all felt the wrath of Tina. Tina looked really good in that jumper that she had on. Did y'all peep the glitter belt? Didn't you? It's always glitter. Always glitter or sequin in the outfit. But she looked really good in that. I think that Tina looks better in things that are covered here, like a higher neckline, 3/4 sleeves. When she is on her confessionals and she has on like those low-cut dresses or her arms are out, it makes her look bigger to me. And it's probably because she has gained this weight, but the things that she has on to me aren't flattering for her figure. So I like it better when Tina wears things that are like higher in the neckline, a little more covered up. Those things just look a little better to me, at least until she gets back down to whatever size she's trying to be. I hope that wasn't mean. It wasn't shade. I'm just saying she looked better to me in that than she did in that dress that was really low cut. It just made her arms look so big. Her arms look really big in that dress. So she looked good. She is talking to Teddy. Teddy says this last show was their best one. They both agree that ministry that they're doing is so important. They're changing lives. They're rebuilding marriages. People are getting saved. People are telling their testimony. People are encouraged, and that's what it's all about. It's more so about that than the money. So basically, y'all, we got to keep it going. We can't let nothing stop our flow. And Teddy, to me, it sounds like Teddy ready to go and stay on the road. Tina is just like, yeah, we definitely got to do it again, but not right now. Not at this moment. But she tells Teddy the next time we could call it an evening with Tina and Teddy Campbell. And y'all hear Teddy talking about, yeah, I think I would like that. I bet you would like that as you old Showtime at the Apollo. Scene of the episodes, y'all. Finally, Warryn lets that big tiger-sized cat out of the bag, and he tells Erica that yes, he owes Sony money, and he been stressed out about this Mary album. And Erica's just like, well, we just got to find a way to get the money. Like, we're going to have to find a way. And he said, well, Sony presented a way. Basically, if I find another Mary or somebody else to work with you, because Tina don't want to do it. And she's just like, wait. You would actually entertain finding somebody else to take Tina's place? Honey, Mary is Erica and Tinta. And Warryn is just like, no, Mary is whoever I say is going to be. And I was just like, ooh. I said, he ain't pull out that Jamie Foxx on him. Y'all remember in Dreamgirls? I got a lot of movie references, y'all. I ain't had cable in years. And Jamie Foxx told them, you gonna do what I tell you to do. He was just like, Mary is whoever I say is gonna be. Okay, if I gotta pay them back this money, and I'm thinking about taking mortgages out on the house, and I was talking to BJ, and she was like, you were talking to who? Like, why would you involve yourself with people who are not a part of the life that you live anymore? You putting me at risk. You putting your babies at risk. Are you crazy? And ain't gonna be no more Mary if it's not Erica and Tina. If you get another person to replace Tina, then you better get somebody to replace me, because I am not working with anybody else but my sister. And I hope whoever you get to replace me also cooks and cleans. And I was just like, child, now, we on, I appreciate you for trying to go hard, Erica, but you ain't going nowhere. I mean, you might be mad, but you ain't leaving that man now, girl. So yeah, y'all, that is it. Mary, it was a good episode, and hopefully we are going to get this album, I'm telling y'all. Next week is going to be Warren's birthday, and did y'all see Warren Mama on the previews? I was just like, you better do it, Sandra. She was giving us titty, wasn't she? But, yeah, next episode probably is going to be pretty good. It's Warren's birthday celebration or something to that extent. So we'll see what's going to happen there. Again, I thank you all for watching. I got a few new subscribers. I meant to write down the names of the people. I think it was about 3 people. I'm going to have it the next video that I do, because I want to thank you guys so much for your comments and for watching. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate it from like the bottom of my heart. Like truly, truly appreciate it. That is it, you guys. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and see you next time for the next review. Bye.